Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be continuing how to explain every Minecraft Bedrock achievement. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell to never miss a new video. Hold up, I forgot to adjust my video settings. I'm going to put this back to normal. Recommended. Okay, there it is. Anyways, yes, I'm going to go back to explaining how to get certain Minecraft achievements. We left off last time with the Have a Cheerful Day achievement, you get for shearing a sheep. But now I'm going to explain another achievement you can get. First we got to, hold up, real quickly, let me get a potion here. Night vision. This makes seeing the ocean easier, as this next achievement requires us to search the sea. Now, there is several achievements you can get in the ocean as well. I'm just going to knock them off, some of them off real quick. Some of them you get for using a Riptide Trident underwater, which is do a barrel roll. Others require you to stay a full 20 minutes underwater and a 2 and 20 minutes underwater respectively, so now it might seem tricky to do 2 minutes to 20 minutes underwater, but there's a simple solution. Really. Basically what you gotta do is you gotta go down. Right? Let's go about right here. If you go and put a soul sand block, no, that didn't work. Oh, it's because it's not full. Huh. That's where it should work. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you just put a block above you with that, and that helps you get those 2 achievements really easy. The hardest part is that you gotta stand there and basically do nothing. Now, to get this other achievement, we are gonna have to do a little bit of a search here. Now, there is also another ocean-related achievement you can get for discovering all ocean biomes, which basically the main way to tell different ocean biomes is by the watercolor. As you can see, that's like a slightly lighter shade of blue, like a slightly darker shade compared to this. There's like lighter shades, so on and so forth. Basically, if we can find one here. Oh, there's a village over there. That's pretty cool. Anyways. Trying to find a good example for you guys, but it's kind of hard trying to find. Oh, wow, would you look at that? Well, since we're already here, I guess, and I haven't seen the underwater basically, to get another achievement, you have to find underwater ruins, which I can't really find a good example of, as right now there are not many. I'm not seeing any ocean ruins. They normally spawn in deep ocean biomes, so you really just gotta kind of get lucky, as well as they can have a low spawn rate in Bedrock, so you really just have to get insanely lucky with finding one. Well, anyway, since we can't find one, let's go to the Pale Garden, where we can actually pick up another achievement. Pretty easy over here, pretty easy. Well, not easy. This one's going to require maybe at least 2 players. Now, I should also mention, most of these achievements in Bedrock can be done... Oh, my friend joined. Anyways, most of these achievements can be done by simply going into peaceful, but however, I would recommend for this one you at least play easy, and you have at least 2 people with you, as this is going to require it to be... This is going to require it to be nighttime, but basically what you want to do... Yeah, basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look for one of... Hold up, maybe I can probably find a good example of... the item, hopefully in here? Can I? Or is it not an item? Alright, here it is. Basically, you're going to want one of these things, the creaking heart. They can be found in trees here. And pretty much how you can tell is obviously you punch a creaking and it tells you. You'll also be able to know because resin will be on the trees, and this is what it looks like, just showing you guys, just so you can get like a good idea of what it looks like. Basically, to get this achievement, you need to silk touch the creaking heart or use resin clumps, 9 resin clumps to make a resin block, and then take 2 of these to make a creaking heart. Basically, what you want to do here is you want to put it like this, and then you want to put a creaking heart, and that gets you an achievement known as Heart Transplanter, which can allow you to get a creaking heart, or which basically this one just is pretty cool. Yeah, I would be cautious when doing that though. Definitely don't do that achievement at nighttime, as it can be extremely, extremely dangerous. So I'd really recommend having a friend when you do that one, so keep an eye out for that one. Now, another achievement that we can also knock out of the way, which is a pretty standard one, you just gotta find yourself some mobs. We gotta look for... I'm trying to look for a cow here. Find one. Find a cow. There's probably some at near this village, but... Oh, he left. Oh, right. I'm gonna go down, like, take a little look for some cows, maybe. Ah, here we go. Basically, what you want to do is you want to find yourself 2 cows, and all you gotta do for the achievement is breed them. That's really it. That's all there is to that achievement. Nothing more, nothing less. There's also another ocean achievement that you get for finding a shipwreck, which is, again, another underwater structure that can randomly generate in deep ocean biomes, but also sometimes in kind of like over in these biomes. It's really weird. Now, for some villager achievements, there's quite a few, I think. Now, I should say there's also another achievement that's also pretty easy to get is passing the time, which you get for just simply playing 100 days. But anyways, to the villager achievements, definitely the hardest one you're going to have to look out for is Master Trader. Basically, this achievement requires you to trade for 1,000 emeralds. The problem with this achievement is that it takes so much time to trade, and the villagers have a limit to how many they can trade, so you really have to try to have a good strategy and maximize the opportunity. Another one that's difficult and really hard to get is some of the cat achievements. Basically, what you want to do for these is you want to wait. Basically, one of the achievements is to tame 20 stray cats, which cats can only spawn in villages, and you kind of have to just you have to let them come to you, because if you just go up to them, normally if I'm in survival, if you're in survival, they kind of run away, but kind of like that, just to give you a little example, see they'll run away, so you gotta let them like come to you. Wait, see they'll do that motion, but then you can startle them as well. You can also get an achievement from simply having your cat bring you an item in the morning, and then for another villager achievement, all you gotta do is you gotta go all the way up to build limit, so, and then you gotta, and then you have to trade with them. That one's a lot more tedious because you have to really do that. Another one that's easy is you simply craft a sign and place it. I feel like we all know how to craft a sign, so I shouldn't really have to explain that one. Here's one that is kind of a little tricky if you aren't that good with a bow and arrow, so basically to get this achievement, what you gotta do is you gotta have a creeper, bow, and you gotta kill a creeper with your bow and arrows. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I feel like everyone gets that one. Another one is librarian, which just build some bookshelves to improve your enchantment table. This one you also get by just pretty much just playing the game. Another weird one is leader of the pack. Basically, to get this achievement, you gotta tame 5 wolves. So just tame 5 wolves. That's how you get that one. Diamonds to you is an achievement where all you gotta do is you gotta take some diamonds. If I had my friend, I'd show you, but basically, I'm just gonna use a villager as an example for a player. What you're gonna want to do is you want to go up to your nearest friend and just kind of give him some diamonds, you know? Toss him some diamonds. That's really it. Just give your friend some diamonds. Anyways, another achievement to get is, I've got a bad feeling about this. This is a kind of a villager-related one, if you can believe it. Basically, what we're going to do here is we got to go and find a pillager spawn egg. Basically, every so often, pillagers will come wandering by villages. And every so often, one of them will have... Hold up, where is it? This banner. The ominous banner. That's a pillager captain. Basically, all you want to do is kill the pillager captain, and you will get the achievement, but also... you will receive an ominous bottle. Basically, these give you bad omen and can trigger raids when you're in villages, which is also an achievement to do a raid and also to ring a bell during a raid. Some of these are pretty simple. Enchanter you get for constructing an enchantment table, pretty straightforward. Into fire you get when you kill a blaze and get a blaze rod. Sound the alarm. You ring a bell once a villager's been hurt. So basically, if I come over to, let's say, this house, smack Mr. Villager here, and come over to the bell, that gets you the achievement. Next up is the Haggler, which you get by spending or acquiring 30 emeralds from villagers. This one is definitely easier than the Master Trader, as all you gotta do is trade for 30 emeralds, compared to the 1,000, which is honestly pretty bad. Another one that's definitely a little more complex is Overkill. Basically, this one requires you to deal 9 hearts of damage with a sword. Now, obviously, you can see that you can't really deal 9 hearts with a base sword unless you get a crit. But most things get one shot, so that's a really bad example to use him. So I'm going to try to get a tankier mob to try and show you guys what a crit looks like. Get an iron golem. Have big boy on the roof here. There it is. You see those little particle effects? That is a crit, and it actually does extra damage. So if you do that, you should get yourself the achievement. Very straightforward, very unique. Okay. Now for this next achievement, I am going to come over here to this Ruined Nether portal for a second here. Because usually Ruined Nether portals contain enchanted items, and for this next achievement, you're going to want an enchanted item. Honestly, I would really recommend using something from portals, as usually they don't have good enchanted loot, like the Aqua Infinity Helmet. Basically, all you want to do is you want to take this, grab yourself the nearest, where is it? Nearest grindstone, place it down, and simply disenchant the helmet or armor piece. This gets you the achievement, and is really simple. Next is Hot Tourist Destination, which is another biome-related one where you gotta enter the Nether and visit all biomes. Which, again, you'll just genuinely unlock that as you progress through the game, so there's not really a point for me to explain and show all the biomes, simply because the reason why I'm kind of skipping over a few is because some of these can simply just be summed up, because you unlock them by simply progressing through the game, and some of them you need to go in more in-depth detail, as some do take hours to do. Just feel like I should give you guys that heads up. Next up is Kill a Beast, which this achievement you get when defeating a Ravager. For those of you who don't know, the Ravager can only spawn during raids, or has a sometimes rare chance of spawning at woodland mansions. Basically, they look like this, for reference. The goal is to kill one, and you get the achievement. Very simple. Yet it's still pretty hard, as they are incredibly tanky. And even if you're wearing a full set, they hit like a semi-truck. They are powerful. Oh, yeah, it's Spider Jockey. Next up is Chest Full of Cobble. This one's definitely another one that you might progress, but I don't know. This one's a little more you go out your way here, but basically all you want to do is you want to get one chest. Basically how the achievement describes it is you need to mine 1,728 pieces of cobblestone and put it in a chest. But if you don't really want to think about it, the simpler way you can do this is just take as much cobblestone as you can and basically just fill up the chest. That's honestly it. Like, just take cobblestone, fill up the chest, and you should really be good. So just this entire thing, we just need it full. So just like that, and you just keep filling it until this entire chest is full of cobblestone, and that should get you the achievement. If it doesn't, it is a bit buggy, but just putting it in your inventory can count for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it might be a bug, but it's not really good. Next one is Return to Sender. This is another one that you get by simply progressing. This one requires you to send a fireball back at a ghast, which will have a more versatile use probably and get updated for the upcoming Chase the Skies update, since now by killing ghast with a fireball you will receive the new music disc. So Return to Sender will definitely get an update. Next up is Me Gold. This one you get when digging up a buried treasure. For those of you who don't know, buried treasure can be only be found when using a buried treasure map, which can be found in Shipwrecks. So again, this is one that you definitely will probably get while playing through the game, but at the same time, it's confusing. Basically, what you gotta do is you gotta dig a bunch, and let's just say there's like a buried treasure chest right here. Basically, all you gotta do is dig it up, and take whatever's inside, and that will get you the achievement, alright? Very simple, very straightforward. Next up is another one that definitely you will get as you progress through the game. The End, ? Basically, this one you get for entering the end portal, and for those of you who don't know, I'm just going to build a quick end portal frame just to show you guys. A lot of you have probably been playing Minecraft for such a long time, I shouldn't really have to explain this one, but I am going to instead. Basically, all you gotta do is fill all of the portal frames with Eyes of Ender, and that's how you get the achievement. Another one that's simple and easy to get as you progress is simply killing the Ender Dragon, and then killing the Ender Dragon again, which gets you the End Again achievement. Another one that's real easy to get, well, I'm going to knock off the way. This one you definitely kind of have to go out of your way for, but not really in the same way as some of the others. You have to kill an evoker, which obviously they're annoying, they have magic, and they're pretty stupid. Die, you stupid. Alright, get in there. Yeah. Basically, you just kill them, and that's how you get that achievement. Next up is I am a marine biologist. Basically, what you want to do is you want to take a yield bucket and scoop you up a fish. Basically, it can be any one of these guys. Keep that, but keep in mind though, you have to have a water bucket before you catch the fish. It cannot be an empty bucket. Next up is super fuel. This one is another really easy one, but a lot of people don't really a lot of people don't get it because they don't normally do this. Basically, all you got to do is furnace, lava, something in there. Boom. Power a furnace using lava. It's real simple, but a lot of people don't get that one because they don't usually go out of their way to do that. Next up is buy low, sell high. Basically, this one is very simple. All you gotta do is conduct a raid, defeat the raid, and then you get Hero of the Village. Once you have Hero of the Village, you can then trade. Then all you gotta do is trade with the villager, and boom. Now, There's also another way you can do this, simply by curing a zombie villager, which they have to have a job beforehand in order for this to work, but yeah. Next up is renewable energy. Basically, you got to, for this one, smelt any wood trunk into this little neat guy, charcoal, and then use this charcoal to make more charcoal. So you gotta smelt wood to get charcoal, and then smelt more wood with charcoal to get more charcoal. It's very confusing, but it's really easy once you actually think about it. Next one requires a little more detailed explanation and showing, and this one is definitely one that you're going to want to listen to. We're going to take some stone bricks, some chests, hoppers, wherever they are, hold up, and a furnace, which thankfully we already have. Basically, a simple way of doing this one is you have to connect 3 chests to 1 furnace using 3 hoppers. Basically, the easiest way to do this is you gotta make sure you come to every side and kinda do that, and then come over here, crouch, and then once you've done that, you simply just put the chests on each, and that gets you the achievement. It's really simple, but it does confuse some people, as I've seen people try to do really complicated machines with this. It doesn't work. None of these have to. Also, you can't. This doesn't work if it's a double chest, so you really have to be careful. Anyways, guys, that's part 2 of explaining Minecraft Bedrock Achievements. Remember, guys, this is just a guide to help you get better and get some of these achievements, which are very difficult, but can easily be explained. Anyways, guys, that'll be the end of today's video. Remember to like and subscribe, and click the notification bell to never miss a new video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.